All right, folks, it's Thursday, Thanksgiving Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your families. There's no denying the role food plays in this incredible holiday. Massive, right? Everything is about the food. Trust me, I completely understand indulging on Thanksgiving, but the other 364 days of the year are hopefully going to look a lot different under President Donald Trump, and here's why. Specifically, Robert F. Kennedy has something to say about that. Now, the last thing I'm trying to do here is politicize a holiday. I'm not. In fact, the message really has nothing to do with politics at all. This is more about making America healthy again. Maha, make America healthy again. An ambitious yet totally attainable goal that RFK 2 will be tasked with and probably will achieve starting come January. What scares Americans most about President Trump's pick of RFK 2 for the head of Health and Human Services, well, it's down to some of his controversial comments about vaccines, his beef, pardon the pun, with big pharma's and big food's control over our lives, the bureaucracy of the FDA, the food pyramid myth. Pharma doesn't like any of that. They like the smell of money way too much. But it's his threat of making America healthy again, which seems to have Americans trembling in their boots. Don't take our Doritos away from us, our Pringles, not our ding-dongs. It seems America just isn't ready to quit obesity. You see, Joe Biden's answer is simple. Make pharma even richer by subsidizing Ozempic and those type of drugs with our tax dollars, making it available under Medicare and Medicaid. Why fix what Americans eat when you can make big pharma happy and drug Americans even further? Why should we address the actual problem when we can solve it by making big pharma even richer? Let's hold on for a second. Big pharma is the #1 donor to Democrat politicians. Let me say it again. Big pharma is and was the top donor to Joe Biden in 2020. Big pharma supports Democrat politicians. Democrat politicians, in turn, pay them back by creating policy that pays back big pharma. Why do you think we were mandated to take a vaccine that wasn't tested yet? We were mandated to take it because it's a massive payback to big pharma because they were selling those drugs. We got it for free, but it wasn't for free to big pharma. They didn't just give it to us. Big pharma was paid hundreds of billions of dollars from the U.S. government to give this stuff to us for free. That's why they could scare the living bejesus out of you into taking a shot that you may not want to have taken. Do it or you're going to die. Do it or we're going to have you fired. Just do it. We're mandating it. What does that create? It creates 700 million minimum doses. Remember we had the one test, one shot, second shot, and then they want boosters. So what? I don't know. 1 billion, 2 billion injections. Big Pharma was paid for every single free injection that the lunatics on the left in America took, and the ones who were scared, even some of us on the right that took a shot. For the record, I took one because I had to. I was working in New York. I did it to get my card, and I faked the other second shot on the card. It wasn't even real. I put a date in there. I didn't actually take it. Just so I could travel. Just so I could get into a restaurant. Just so I can get into my own freaking building at Newsmax. Because they made me. True story. Anyway, I digress. The numbers are actually frightening. I don't want to scare you too much before you sit down for your nice turkey stuffing dinner. But it really is bad. Seriously. Like maybe skip that slice of pecan pie or maybe even the second helping of it. 40% of U.S. adults are obese. 40%, 4 in 10 of adults are, almost half the population of adults in America are technically obese. More than 30% are overweight, and more than 9% of Americans have severe obesity. So what are Americans so afraid of? Why is everyone so afraid of RFK's threat to make America healthier? That's not a bad thing. Why are Americans always so adverse to becoming healthier? Sneaking zucchini into chocolate muffins, tucking finely chopped carrots into a burger, making happy faces out of sliced cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, and celery sticks. If you've ever tried to get a kid, a picky kid, a finicky kid to eat their vegetables, you know all too well that presentation matters. Well, the same might go for persuading an adult, an entire nation, in fact, to buck the ultra-processed food that's killing us. That is the kind of food with suspiciously long shelf lives. Donuts, chips, soda, breakfast cereals, and hard-to-pronounce ingredients you wouldn't find in your grandmother's kitchen. These foods are directly linked to obesity, to diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and high blood pressure. But industry giants earn trillions upon trillions of dollars by keeping us addicted to very, very sweet and very, very salty, ultra-processed food. So naturally, going up against big food has been a political hot potato. Enter RFK Jr. He's bringing the issue to task, and it has nothing to do with politics, or at least it shouldn't. As he said recently at a campaign rally, we are betraying our children by letting these industries poison them. I know many Americans are doing their very, very best this Thanksgiving to avoid politics at the dinner table, but eating real food, being healthy, should have nothing to do with politics. Happy Thanksgiving, and maybe let's skip on that second serving. Might do us all a bit of good. And by the way, you'll teach your kids the right habits. Happy Thanksgiving, folks.